What are you doing? You look so grumpy.
Well, I couldn't even understand each of this.
What do you mean you're having a hard time? What's that? Let me see. Oh, it is just how to find the center of the circle and then the radius of it and some equation. It's actually easy. Do you want me to help you?
Okay, fine. Show me.
You need to find first, or you need to know first about the Cartesian plane. So the Cartesian plane is where the circle lies. So it has parts. The x1 is the vertical one, and also the horizontal one is the y. So in the intersection of it, which is here in the middle, you will find the origin. It is called the origin, which is the x coordinate is 0 and also the y coordinate is equal to 0. So the x coordinate is also called as PeTa. So this is the x1 and this is the y1. So the y1 is also known as ordinates. Always remember that this is positive and positive, negative and positive, negative and negative, and then positive, negative. So the right side, when going to the right, it's always positive. Then going to the left, it is going to be negative. So over here, the upward, when it's upward, it's going to be positive, and when it goes downward, it is negative. That is for the y coordinate. So let's say the center would be 5 and 2. 5 would be the x and 2 would be the y, because always x would be the first one and then the second is the 2. Then we have a radius of 5. So the radius is how many times or how many movements that we need from the center. So let me plot it. So let's say the center is 5. So from the origin, we need to count from positive 5. So as I've said earlier, that in this column, it is positive and positive. So both of it will be put into this side. Let's count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the 5 from the x, then upward because it is positive. So let us count into 2. So 1 and 2. So this would be our center. And now for the radius, we need to count 5 movements because our radius is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So now we got the points. Then now we have circle. So my diff is like a circle, okay? After that, we will find what is their coordinates, each points that we've made. So over here, let us start from this point. So this is 10 because 5 plus 5 is equals to 10 because from the center we move it into 5, so it will be 10. And then over here we will put it 2 because the y coordinates is 2 upwards, like 1, 2, and like that. And also we will find this 3 points. Now we have all these coordinates. So always remember that after plotting and after doing your circle is always find their coordinates, okay?
Graphing a circle, you also need to know about the standard form and also the general form.
So now I will show you how it will be written in a standard form of equation in a circle. So the standard form of equation would be square root of x plus h plus square root of y plus k is equals to r squared. So this would be our x coordinate and this will be our y coordinate. So somehow this h and k would be the numbers or the constants. R squared would be our radius. Let's use negative 4 and positive 5 as an example. So we need to write it as a standard form of equation. So now this will be our standard form of equation, which is square root of x plus 4 plus square root of y minus 5 is equals to 9. So I use radius as our 9. Writing the standard form of equation, we need to put it into the opposite signs. The opposite sign of negative 4 is positive 4. So that is why it's written here as positive 4. Then the opposite sign of positive 5 would be negative 5 over here. And then over here we need to square it out because r squared. So we need to square out this 9. So what is the square root of 9? It is 3. So 3 would be our movement or our radius. Okay? From origin, we need to find the negative 4 and positive 5 to have our center. So over here, then upward, over here. And then after finding the circle, we will now have 3 movements to have the 4 more points. Over here. So now we have our 4 points. So we can now make our circle. Always find the coordinates of each point after plotting our circle. So let's give this an example. This point. So our x would be negative 4 because it lies on the negative 4, same as in the center. And then the y would be 5 plus 3, it is 8. Positive 8 because it's moved upward. So now we are done on finding each coordinates of each point. So now we will move on to the standard equation and we're going to make it as a general equation. So this is the standard equation. The standard equation needs to be on general one. So how could we do it? So firstly, we need to factor this 2 out. That will be how it's factored out. And now we will make it like the complete answer and like that. We can use the FOIL method or the distributive method, or steps, which is square the first term, which is x, so it will going to be x squared, and this will be going to be y squared. Second step is twice the product of the first and second term, so negative 3 times 2, it will be negative 6. So 6x. We'll square the last term. The last term is the negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 3, it will be positive 9. Because now let's go to the y1. Square the first term, twice the product of the first and second term, so plus 2y. Then square the last term, which is 1. There. Now we got it. We both got it, so it's equal to 25. Let's rewrite it as x squared minus y squared, because we need to first put the higher power. Next is with the numbers and with the variables. So the 6x, negative 6x and positive y, 2y can be combined? No. So we will need just what? Negative 6x plus y. Positive 9 and positive 1 can be combined plus 10. Because it is both positive, so it's equals to 25. So as I've said earlier, we need to transpose 25. So 25 would be now negative 25 is equals to 0. So now this will be our general form of equation. So always remember that the general form of equation should be written as like this one. So first the higher powers, and then the ordinary constant with a variable, and also the whole number. C will be the whole number, and then the 0 is equals to 0. So this is the general form of equation.